Hey guys, this is Chris from Empire Bricks and welcome to another LEGO Star Wars set review. Today we're having a look at a very special set. It's set 75512, the Millennium Falcon Cockpit. It was released in 2018 during the San Diego Comic-Con. It was an exclusive set that you could only buy there. It comes with 203 pieces, has 2 minifigures. And since it doesn't retail, Brickset only mentions a reselling value for the unopened box, which is currently at the moment $132. So a very exclusive and valuable set, but it's not so exclusive after all, because all the parts in this set and the figures are not exclusive to the set, so you can actually bricklink the whole thing, which is what I did. I'm not going to pay $132 for a 203 pieces set. So this is something basically everybody can build, and that's why I thought it would be a good idea to review it. So let's start off with the minifigures. There's 2 of them, starting with Han Solo, of course. He is exactly the same as the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon Solo. Nothing different from that set. Some nice printing on the front. All the Han figures kind of look the same by now. He does have a double-sided face underneath the hair. He has a grin on one side and a more angry battle face on the other side. And he comes with a small regular blaster. And the second figure is, of course, Chewbacca. He as well is from the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon set. He is updated, looking back at some other Chewies. This is a newer version. He looks absolutely great. So much detail in the printing on the legs, on the fur. You can see the metallic detailing on his belt. In this case, the face was very successful. Sometimes there are small misprints, but this one is nearly perfect. No printing on the back, though. I would have liked some of this dark tan on the back as well. And he comes with a large regular blaster. So putting those aside, we move on to the actual build. So 203 pieces, but this turned out quite a bit larger than I expected in the first place. This is a little bit bigger, I think, than the cockpit in the UCS Millennium Falcon, although this one is at least supposed to be based on the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon, but the belt on top is gray and not blue. So if you're bricklinking this anyway, I think you could choose to do this blue. It wouldn't be official, but it would match better with the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon. But it has to be the Kessel Run because everything else is white. So let's have a closer look inside of the cockpit now. The most stunning detail, of course, is the extremely full console area where all the buttons and handlebars are. Now you can see there's a lot of printed pieces here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these cheese slope computers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of these keypads. There's one of these extra pieces over here. There's this sloped computer piece over here, and these 2 handlebars. So there's all kinds of controls going on. But for me, I think this totally gives you the actual feel of the Millennium Falcon with all the flashing buttons around you. So that's the console area. There's of course 2 spaces for Han and Chewie, and there's 2 more seats in the back. Now they fit easily. I can demonstrate that to you. Taking the gun out of his hand for a second and placing the figure in the correct position. Han is still looking angry a little bit, but as you can see, there is plenty of room for figures over here. So that's a very good thing. A little detail about the seats, though, is that they're a little bit flimsy. They are brick built, as you can see, and the 2 seats in the front will most probably come off with the actual figure if you try to detach the figure. So they're better attached to the figure than to the floor. And the 2 in the back, because of the mechanism with hinges, is that if you try to kind of pose these seats, they tend to break off because they're not constructed very well. So they just look good And you can place figures in them, but if you take the figures out, you'll probably have to remodel some stuff. But there's so much going on in this very small space. Room for 4 figures, so you can actually, add, maybe Lando or some other figures that you would like for some nice pictures. And there is some detail in the back as well, because it looks amazing from the back. As you can see, it really looks like you're entering from a hallway and looking inside of the cockpit. There is even some detail in the ceiling. They didn't have to do that, but there is an inverted tile with a print, which I didn't know existed, and some lights over there, not actual lights, of course. So that's very cool. There's not much studs. Most studs are, kind of covered with slopes and other pieces. There is some studs here. I would have liked a little bit more detail over here, or maybe a little bit more, shaping, or at least covering up the studs, since everywhere else the studs are almost invisible. Another small detail is the studs on the back, which have no function, so you could actually use those to attach this to something if you would like, or add your own computers or dashboard or dial, or just make the whole thing a little bit bigger. So that's the set from all angles. There's 2 figures now. I can imagine that you're wondering what are the costs of bricklinking this set. I would reckon it's about $40 or 40 euros, depending on where you live, of course. And most of that money is actually going to the figures, because they are relatively new and they only are available in the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon set. So that's the only set you can get these figures from, making them a little bit expensive. I think $6 or $7 each. Depending on where you get them from. Now, I always tend to use new pieces, but there's a big chance that you have some of these pieces in your inventory, so you could save a little bit of money to just go through your inventory and see which pieces you already own, and then order the rest from Bricklink, and then you can have this exclusive Comic-Con set yourself. So that was my review. I really hope you liked it. If you did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.